what do you think the consequences of this Supreme Court ruling will be down the line? And what do you see? And we'll start with you. Start with you again, Andrew. Picking on you today.
Well, I mean, we're just gonna have more control of our food, and the thing is it's kind of frightening. I mean, maybe it's because I spend so much of my time around people that think the end is near, and are always looking for the Hitler around the corner scenario, but we're putting our very ability to eat in the hands of a very few people. I mean, it's literal control. I mean, there's no more control than having power over the food. I mean, Stalin starved millions and millions and millions of his own people to death because he had very strict control over the food. And I mean, if it gets to the point where you can't grow seeds from crops, you can't grow, I mean, it's like they literally would have control of food.
When you look at, when you read the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx, he discussed in a capitalist-based system that the private corporations will have control over the food and grain, and theoretically that in communism that the control of food and grain would be controlled by the government, which was an endlessly revolving parliament where you had any random citizen at any given time would take part in the collective, which ended up turning into forms of oligarchy, hence Stalinist Russia and Castro's Cuba and Mao's China, etc. But ideally, we should not have control of our food and grain for the very existence of our populace in the hands of large corporations is a bit insane. It same goes with what we were talking about earlier regarding talk radio. These are public airways. These airways belong to the taxpayer, and the reason why the hell is religious organizations and Cumulus and Clear Channel, the only reason why these people listening to these talk radios because they're the only ones that have the money to buy up the airwaves, and the only reason why these people listen to these talk radios because talk radio is free.
So wait, money is literally buying the ability to influence, and it's
pretty much
smaller people from influencing. Because I mean, I know that someone would come out with a program that would get a ton of people, just like the videos on YouTube. I hope we start creating our own entertainment and get away from that crap. Sorry.
Oh, you're absolutely correct. But do you honestly believe that if you had a secularist talk or logical, just call it logical talk radio on the free airways, that you would gain more influence than you would? And I do think that there needs to be a form of how can I say, a secular / logical form of the NRA. The problem is that the reason why these corporations, why the Republican Party is where it is because these people are their own circle and they are a collective. They actually communicate amongst the church and they rally the people to go vote. They get their point across, where you and me and the people of our ilk aren't necessarily connected only through social gatherings in large cities and so forth, which is where the majority of these people live. And then you have the internet, where we can commune with the other poor bastards that live in these rural, highly repressed areas. But do you think that a good example, we're talking about a while back regarding, I was talking to some friends regarding Walmart, how they don't allow people to unionally collective to form a union. How about starting workplace fraternities where people can actually get together and congregate and so forth and share their political view? Because Walmart can't stop them then. They can't stop what the hell people do on their own private time. And then these people can get together and say, you know what? I want more pay. I want more rights. I want more health care. The problem is that a lot of American people are separated. We claim to have a collective, but we really don't.